Okay, in this next module, I want to talk about when it comes to law firm sales teams, are you the only closer? How do you compete? Do you compete? And what the internal dynamics look like. So how are intake and closing teams structured? First and foremost, law firm sales are comprised of two teams, intake and closers. Now, most of the law firms we work with have anywhere between 1 to 3 intake agents and usually 1 to 3 closers. Most of the time, if it's a smaller firm, they're starting with 1 closer. And then we also work with larger firms that have up to 40 closers on a team. But I would tell you the average is 1 to 3 closers are on a team. And sometimes you are the sole and individual closer for that law firm. And that is very much the case for firms that are just getting into the idea of non-attorney salespeople. Now, what KPIs determine top performers in a law firm? Close rate, average cash collected. Those are two vital stats for a top performing law firm closer. Close rate, most law firms want you to be, depending on your practice area, to be able to maintain somewhere between a 45 and 50% close rate. We, with our proven system and structure, and just to be clear, this is the precedent we set to law firms, want to help you get to between a 60 and 80% close rate, depending on your practice area. Now, you may hear that number and think, holy crap, 60, 80% sounds like a super high close rate percentage. For some of you, it may feel that way. I promise you, with our proven script and structure, it's been replicated now over hundreds of law firms and hundreds of salespeople that have all been able to achieve it. And the ones that cannot, we try to train up. But that's the range most law firms want you to be able to get to, because that's a dependable range that allows them to continue to reinvest in the marketing, the team, the client experience, and of course, profitability. And then cash collected, if firms offer payment plans, they don't want you to get the minimum viable payment down. They want you to maximize how much cash you collect during the initial consultations. And so firms want to see that average cash collection as high as possible. And if it starts low, they want to see it continue to climb. Those are the two key metrics that indicate a top performer. If you do have other closers on the team, how can you outshine and show up as a superstar? Couple things. Obviously, maintain that expected close rate and cash collection. But the second thing, be open and receptive to coaching and training. Every law firm that places through us has consistent training as part of the placement process. How do you shine? Actually show up to all of the training, participate. Don't think you're better than training. Don't think you don't need it. Don't think once you get to 60 to 80%, it's a waste of your time and you'd be better off taking consults. That's how you quickly demonstrate to a law firm you are not a superstar, not a top performer. They want to see that you're showing up, you're plugging in, you're hitting your metrics, you're reporting your metrics to us and them. You are making sure you're being cordial with your management, you're showing up to training, and that you are, 1, quick to implement, 2, quick to ask for help or ask questions. That's how you show up as a superstar law firm closer. Now, you may be asking, how often does sales communicate with marketing or the attorneys? I would tell you, in most cases, sales is going to communicate more with the intake team and the legal team than they are marketing. So you're going to have collaboration with both the legal team, the attorneys, paralegals, case managers, and the intake team, your setters. And really, that's your primary communication. Now, when it comes to legal sales, what's the most common reasons closers get let go or promoted? Let go, they aren't open to following our proven script and structure, and they just refuse to do it. They don't show up to training or coaching and just think it's not that big of a deal. Or they get to the close rate and then they just decide to stop showing up to training, or their KPIs start to slip. Another way a closer gets let go is they've got a lot of personal drama that they bring into the workspace. They're either not showing up, they're consistently late, they're consistently calling out, they're not respecting their authority in management, they're telling management they'll do something and they never actually do it. These are all very quick recipes to get let go as a non-attorney closer outside of not maintaining your KPIs. Now, when it comes to getting promoted, the complete opposite is true. You're maintaining your KPIs. You are actively participating in any training or additional coaching. You're quick to ask for questions or help. You're quick to implement any ideas. You're quick and proactive in your communication with management. You're reliable and you're demonstrating that the law firm can trust you and rely on you. Those are quick ways to get promoted within a law firm.